Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Everyday English Talk Channel, where learning English is easy and fun. I'm Emily.
Hello, Emily, and hello to all our wonderful listeners. It is great to be back with you today.
It's great to see you too, Paul. How are you doing?
I am doing very well, thank you. I had a nice, quiet weekend. I feel very relaxed.
Oh, that sounds perfect.
How about you?
I am great. I am very excited about our topic today.
Ooh, an exciting topic. I like that. What are we talking about?
Today, we are going to talk about something that makes your English sound much more natural. We are talking about phrasal verbs.
Phrasal verbs. Emily, this sounds difficult. This sounds like grammar.
It sounds like hard grammar, but it's not, I promise. They are just small, easy words that we put together.
Okay, if you say so.
We will make it very easy and fun.
That sounds good. I am ready to learn.
Me too. But wait, before we start, we want to ask you for a small favor.
Yes, please. If you like our podcast, please take 1 second to click the subscribe button.
Yes, and please give this episode a like, a big thumbs up.
And if you can, share it with a friend or your family. It helps our channel grow, and we really appreciate it.
We do. Thank you. Okay, so Paul, phrasal verbs.
Yes. Tell me, what is a phrasal verb?
It's very simple. It's a verb, like look or put, and we add a small word, like on, up, for, or off.
Okay, a verb and a small word.
Yes, and when we put them together, they have a new meaning.
A new meaning.
Exactly. For example, the verb look. You look with your eyes. I look at the sky.
Yes, I understand look.
But what about look for?
Look for. That is different. That is when you are searching for something.
Perfect. See, you already know phrasal verbs.
Oh, I am looking for my keys. I say that every morning.
Me too. So look is with your eyes. Look for is to search. The small word for changes the meaning.
That is easy. Okay,
Let's start with look. We have look for, which means to search.
I look for my phone.
Yes. Now, what about look after?
Look after. Is that when you take care of someone?
Yes, good job, Paul. To take care of a person, an animal, or a plant.
So a mother and father look after their children.
Exactly. Or, I am on vacation. Can you please look after my cat?
I look after my friend's cat.
Yes. So we have look for, search, and look after. Take care. Very, very different.
Wow, they are different.
One more with look. This one is a little longer. Look forward to.
Look forward to. 3 words.
Yes, but it has a very happy meaning. It means you are very excited about something in the future.
Oh, like I look forward to the weekend.
Me too, Paul. That is a perfect example. You are happy and excited for the weekend.
I am looking forward to my birthday.
Yes, it's a very positive and friendly phrase. I look forward to seeing you.
I like that one. Okay, so that is look.
Yes. Let's try another verb. How about put?
Put. Okay. I put my coffee
on the table.
That is the simple verb. Now, what about put on?
Put on. Ah, clothes.
Yes!
I put on my jacket.
Exactly. It means to wear. It is cold outside. Put on your coat.
Okay, put on is easy. What else?
How about put away?
Put away. Does this mean to tidy? To put something in the correct place?
You are a star student today, Paul. Yes.
When your room is messy, you need to put away your clothes and books.
Ah, yes. My children never put away their toys.
Yes, please put away your toys. Or, after I wash the dishes, I put them away.
In the cupboard, yes. Okay, put on and put away. Now, one more. This one is very useful. Put off.
Put off.
Put off means to delay, to do something later.
Ah, to postpone.
Yes, postpone is the big formal word. Put off is what we say every day.
I do this. I need to clean my apartment, but I will put it off until tomorrow.
That is a perfect example. I put off my homework.
Or for work, the meeting was today, but we put it off until Friday.
Exactly. Don't put off your English practice.
Okay. I will not put it off. That is a very good one.
Ready for another?
I am. This is fun.
Let's do the verb get. This verb has many phrasal verbs.
Oh, get. Yes, I know. Get up.
Get up. Yes. I get up at 7 a.m. You get out of bed. That is a great one.
That one is a bit basic.
It is, but it's important. Okay, how about get on?
Get on. I get on the bus.
Perfect. It means to enter a bus, a train, a bicycle, or an airplane.
Okay, so what is the opposite?
The opposite is get off.
Ah, I get on the bus at my house and I get off the bus at work.
Yes, get on and get off. Very good.
What about a car? Do I get on a car?
Oh, good question. No, for a car, we say get in.
Get in the car.
Yes, and the opposite is get out of the car.
Wow. Okay. So get on the bus, but get in the car.
That's right. We get on big things we can stand up in, bus, train. We get in small things, car, taxi.
That is a fantastic tip. Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's do one more with get. Get along with.
Get along with. I think I know this. It's about people.
Yes.
It means you have a good relationship. You like each other.
Yes. I get along with my brother. It means we are good friends. No problems.
I am lucky. I get along with all my colleagues at work.
That is wonderful. And if you don't?
We do not get along.
Simple. Tom and Sarah do not get along. It means they argue or they are not friends.
That is a very useful phrase.
It is. Okay, let's do one more group. The verb turn.
Turn, like turn left and turn right?
Yes, that is one meaning. But what about turn on?
Turn on the light. Please turn on the light. It is dark.
Yes. And the opposite?
Turn off the light. Turn off the light when you leave the room.
Perfect. We use turn on and turn off for lights, for the TV, for the computer, any machine.
I turn on the TV to watch the news.
Good. Now what about turn up and turn down?
Ah, for music, for the volume.
You got it.
I love this song. Turn it up.
Yes, make it louder.
Shh, the baby is sleeping. Please turn down the music.
Make it quieter. Excellent, Paul.
Thank you.
Now, turn up has another meaning.
Oh no.
This one is a little more advanced, but it's very common. Turn up can also mean to arrive.
Arrive? How?
We often use it when someone is late or when we don't know if they will come.
Give me an example.
We had a party. We invited 20 people, but only 10 people turned up.
Ah, only 10 people arrived.
Yes. Or, I waited for my friend, but he did not turn up.
He did not arrive. Wow, that is interesting.
It is. He turned up 1 hour late.
I will try to remember that one. Turn up means arrive.
Just listen for it. You will hear it.
Okay, Emily, my brain is getting full.
Just a few more. These are very useful, I promise.
Okay, I'm ready.
What about give up?
Give up. Oh, this means to stop, to quit.
Yes, to stop trying.
This puzzle is too difficult. I give up.
Yes. Or, I tried to stop eating chocolate, but I gave up.
Me too. It's too difficult.
And we always say to English learners, don't give up. Keep practicing.
That is very good advice. Never give up.
One last one. Find out.
Find out. How is this different from find?
Good question. Find is usually for an object. I find my keys.
Okay.
Find out is for information. It means to discover a fact.
Ah, I want to find out the name of that new restaurant.
Yes, you want to discover that information.
I watched the news to find out what happened.
Perfect. I need to find out what time the train leaves.
This is so useful. Find for a thing. Find out for information.
You got it.
Wow, Emily, that was a lot of new phrases.
It was, but they are all very common.
Let's see. Look for, look after, look forward to.
Yes.
Put on, put away, put off.
Good job.
Get on the bus, get in the car, get along with a friend,
Yes. Perfect.
turn on the light, turn up the music, and turn up means arrive,
And what else?
and give up and find out.
Paul, that was amazing. You remembered all of them.
Well, your examples were very clear. I feel like I can use them.
That is the goal. The best way to learn them is to listen. When you watch a movie or listen to a song in English, listen for these small words.
That is a great tip.
And try to use one, just one. Maybe this week you can say, I am looking forward to the weekend.
I will. I really am looking forward to it.
Me too. Well, that is all the time we have for today.
Wow, time goes fast. We hope this episode was helpful for everyone.
We do. Phrasal verbs are not so scary.
No, they're fun.
Before you go, please don't forget to subscribe to Everyday English Talk channel.
Yes, and if you liked this episode, please give it a big like.
And share it with a friend who is learning English. It helps us so much.
And we have a question for you.
Ooh, yes. We want you to practice.
In the comments below, please tell us, what are you looking forward to this week?
That is a great question, Paul.
Or you can tell us another phrasal verb that you know.
Yes, we love to read all of your comments. It is our favorite part.
Thank you all so much for listening.
We will see you next time. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.